We're all searching for ways to connect. We long to be part of a group we believe in, a group that helps define who we are. This is what it means to be part of a community. At M&T Bank, supporting all the important communities our customers are part of is nothing new. To enable, encourage, and empower people and communities to thrive, there's nothing more important.
Good morning and welcome to Delaware State Chamber's Superstars in Business virtual event. My name is Grace Stockley. I'm Vice President of Fidelitrade Incorporated. We are a precious metals company located in Wilmington, Delaware, and we've been an active member of the Chamber for over 22 years. I serve on the Board of Governors and also co-chair the Small Business Alliance. The Small Business Alliance is a committee of the Chamber focused on the growth and success of small businesses throughout the state of Delaware. Small businesses make up 80% of the Chamber's membership, so they're an integral piece of the Chamber and a primary focus on the Chamber's yearly agenda. I am pleased to introduce Ernie Dianastasis, founder of the Precisionists. The Precisionists is a global administrative and information technology company focused on employing 10,000 people with disabilities by year 2025. Ernie is also a very active member of the Chamber. He has been on the Board of Governors and been involved with the Chamber for over 20 years. Take it away, Ernie.
Thank you so much, Grace, and appreciate all your efforts with this wonderful event. The Superstars in Business has been a Delaware institution for a number of years, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of this event this year. And also the Delaware State Chamber does such wonderful work in our community, and I'm really been very honored to be a part of that organization for many years. Let me tell you a little bit about the Precisionists and what I'm doing. I first got into this in 2013 when at the time, Governor of Delaware, Jack Markell, introduced me to a global social entrepreneur from Denmark, whose name is Torkild Sanna, who started a global movement to find, assess, train, and employ individuals on the autism spectrum into technology jobs. Little did I know that introduction would change the trajectory of my life and my career. The Precisionists, or TPI, as we're often called, is a national IT and business services firm headquartered in Wilmington, Delaware. And as Grace said, our driving mission is to create over 10,000 jobs for talented, neurodiverse people over the next 5 to 10 years. And our business model is simple, yet innovative and very powerful. We will accomplish our goals by focusing on facilitating two very important journeys. One for people with developmental disabilities like autism, and one for our clients we perform the IT and business services for. Let me explain. You see, there's this wonderful little secret out there that is just now coming out, that individuals with developmental disabilities like autism have wonderful talents which beautifully align with many of the most in-demand job openings across our country. And pre-COVID and post-COVID, we're talking about millions of job openings in the US. And there's a reason this group, though, from ages 18 to 65, those are the age ranges that we hire from, have been traditionally 75 to 80% underemployed or unemployed. They had not been able to get through the first 5 minutes of a traditional HR interview. You see, this isn't a group that is going to make small talk easily, or they may not look you in the eye, or they may fidget during the interview. These are all interview killers in corporate America. However, those things have absolutely zero bearing on someone's ability to develop or test software, to do data entry, to do cybersecurity work. This population is typically extraordinary at attention to detail, pattern recognition, accuracy, productivity, and yes, precision. They also tend to be fiercely loyal and have a great work ethic. They simply need to be put on a journey to become workplace ready. We put them through a 4-week assessment. When we find candidates that are interested in our company, we put them through a 4-week assessment and training program, which not only gives them the technical skills to prepare them for the types of projects that we're doing for our customers, but we also teach them a lot of life skills, like how to work on teams, making presentations, email etiquette, personal hygiene, and other professional skills that they never had a chance to learn because of facing years of constant rejection and not having a chance. The second key journey that happens in parallel, the first journey I just mentioned, getting neurodiverse individuals workplace ready. The second key journey is the journey that we help our customers with. We prepare their culture and their work environments so that they can engage us in projects with these terrific neurodiverse individuals, and that we can create together successful outcomes. So, for example, we've led the largest energy company in the country, Exelon, who includes Pico Energy in Philadelphia and Delmarva Power right here in Delaware, on this journey. Also, the largest pharmaceutical company in the country, Pfizer, we've been leading them on this journey. The state of Arizona, the state of Delaware, great partnership we have with Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Independence Blue Cross in Philadelphia, and many others. I just mentioned a few. We do a wide range of projects, which range from IT to back office accounting to HR, back office HR work, data analytics, cybersecurity. There's just a wonderful wide range of jobs that these individuals, when properly prepared, can be outstanding at. And one of our most treasured partnerships is with a great company right here in Delaware, M&T Bank. We started this journey with them almost 2 years ago, thanks to the wonderful leadership of Nick Lambro, Bill Farrell, Chris Tolomeo, and Janet Bolt. We help them in loan services with system administration, reporting, fraud and non-fraud detection and validation, and all necessary and important functions in the bank. We have a similar story with a wonderful partnership with Delmarva Power organization that Gary Stockbridge helped sponsor from their organization. Some of the tasks we accomplished for them include solar invoice billing, customer adherence, and data analysis of customer financials. Now, it's wonderful that, what's really been great is just that in just a very short period of time, we've been able to really accomplish these things. And it's really, we're just scratching the surface of the opportunity that's out there. So we have, it's wonderful that we're creating these jobs and performing great work for our customers, and through strong performance. And there's no charity in this model. It is sustainable because these neurodiverse associates perform at a very high level. The absolute best part of what we do is watching people transform into productive and confident adults contributing to society. And I'll give you an example. We have an associate in his mid-30s in our Delaware facility, our Delaware Innovation and Technology Center. He's been under and unemployed his entire adult life before he came to us a few years ago. He does not drive a car. And by the way, 75% of people on the autism spectrum do not drive. He lives with his parents, and his entire social life is spent in his parents' basement playing video games, and really had no friends to do anything with for the majority of his adult life. This is very common. After 18 months with us, assigned to on one of the projects that we're doing out of our facility and working for TPI now for the last 18 months, this same gentleman in his mid-30s is now building a great professional career with us. He's already been promoted from a data entry role into a data analyst role, and he's well on his way to getting into an IT role. With increased confidence, he went out and got his driver's license. Confidence has great impact on everybody, whether you're neurotypical or neurodiverse. He's just now gotten his own apartment and is living independently for the first time in his life. And he's built a circle of friends at TPI. They go out for pizza nights. Now, this is pre-COVID, but pizza nights, bowling nights, movie nights, but a circle of friends to be able to do things with and build relationships with. That's what this is all about, is what this creates. So in just 4 short years, we've established this presence in multiple markets. We have 3 innovation and technology centers. One is in Wilmington, Delaware, where we're based, one in Phoenix, Arizona, and one in Nashville, Tennessee. We're also opening 2 more in the next 6 months in major markets. We've made a conscious effort to get everybody back into the office in early June, and we did it over 4 phases. By mid-July, everybody was back. Our view is that we want to be leaders and not followers. Our workforce has spent enough of their adult lives in their parents' basements, and our mission is about assimilating into society, and that doesn't happen if you're at home. We took all our COVID protocols from CDC and the state of Delaware, including temperature checks, PPE stations, arrows on the carpet for people, traversing through the facility so that they're socially distanced, signage, et cetera. We were very meticulous in all the steps we took. And since we've been back, it's been working great. And we've been, everybody's been very engaged and very active in all the projects that they're doing. I think the most successful and innovative companies of the future are going to be those that harness both neurodiverse and neurotypical talent, working together in a full and inclusive and integrated environment. And the goal of the Precisionists is to move that needle towards that goal as quickly as possible over the next 5 to 10 years. So that's a little background that we can, Grace, I look forward to, talking with you now and answering any questions that you'd like to pose.
That was great. That was great. Such a wonderful organization. Thank you so much for sharing that with us today. I do have a couple questions with regard to opening up after COVID. You said you opened in early June. I know that's when the state opened back also. So when you reopened, was there a strong consensus from the staff as to how they felt comfortable with the protocols that you set up to open?
Yeah, great question. I think what happened, I think it's true. COVID has been so challenging for everybody, and anybody who says it hasn't been is lying. It is very difficult, and yet I've never seen, it's also a wide range of opinions and feelings about it. And some folks, have more concerns and more anxiety over it than others. And so what we had to do was really carefully have long discussions and a lot of deliberation from home back, in March, April, May. We did not just jump to getting everybody back. We really carefully went through this, and we tried to understand what each individual's concerns were, tried to put then appropriate programs together and timelines that that allowed each individual to kind of be comfortable and to work towards getting back into the facility. And that's why we did it over 4 phases. We started in early June, and by late July, we had everybody back in and working. So it was a journey, and we worked carefully to understand each individual's needs. But by and large, it's worked out just beautifully, and it has been wonderful being back back at work and back, doing great work for our customers.
Right, right, definitely. We've had the same challenge, and you're absolutely right. It has been challenging for every business. We have some employees who are still working from home and others who are in the office. Have you thought about in the winter, with the resurgence, is it a possibility that they may have to work from home or?
Well, one thing, it's a good question, and it'll help me clarify something. We still have a number of our folks working from home
Okay.
that are not normally based in our innovation and technology centers. In our innovation and technology centers, it's projects that companies outsource to us to do the work out of our own facility under any circumstances, COVID or non-COVID. We also have individuals that work on the customer sites. If those customers have not yet returned to the office, and then those individuals from our teams are working from home. We're very carefully checking in with them and have process and checkpoints with them multiple times a day to make sure that they're getting the support they need to do the work for our customers.
Okay, great. Just in relation to that, can you express how the social and economic environment has affected your business?
Well, again, it's just a very difficult time out there right now. The level of stress, anxiety, and the things that have been happening, right? So we've just been very sensitive to each individual, what they're experiencing, and we're flexible. If somebody has, for example, back to COVID, we have a whole set of procedures very well documented and laid out that having to do with if somebody got exposed to someone who was exposed to someone, what's the procedure there? Or if someone had a direct connection to someone who was exposed. So we're just very careful and sensitive to each of these circumstances, and we err on the side of making sure that we're cautious and providing the individuals the support they need. But that has been the big issue. It's just been the dark cloud of COVID and how challenging it makes it for everybody. But what we found is if you can take measured risks, and as long as you follow procedures really well and really are just very honest and direct with everybody, people want to be working, they want to be doing all these things. We all do, and we just have, again, we made a conscious effort to be leaders in this area.
Right, and have you seen any increase or decrease in demand for your services during this time?
The wonderful news is there's still a lot of activity, and we're growing. I'm not sure we're growing as quickly as we would have without COVID, but we are going to experience a significant amount of growth this year. And we've gotten creative through Zoom meetings and a lot of electronic collaboration with our customers. We're bringing new projects on. We're going to be bringing on a number of new people in our facility in the next 2 months. So you can still get creative and innovative and figure out ways to grow even with the challenges of COVID.
Definitely, this was the year to do it. This is the year to get creative and figure it out. So
That's right.
that's great. You kind of touched on this when you were speaking about transitioning from CAI to the Precisionists. You had met the gentleman, but how did you make that connection? How did this idea come to you to open up a company to provide services and hire the neurodiverse population?
Yeah, I give Governor Markell credit for making this connection. For having he had the vision and the innovation to, when he became head of the National Governors Association, he made his platform back in 2012, 2013, he made his platform employing people with disabilities for a better bottom line. And then that literally was the platform he picked, which was very forward thinking back in that time frame. And he wanted to figure out how to make it happen in Delaware and really walk the talk that he was, for something he was chairing on a national level with all the governors. And he read about this gentleman from Denmark in the New York Times, and he called him and literally called him and invited him to come to Delaware to talk about the things he was doing. And the governor invited me to come to that meeting. He knew I was, running a large IT operation in Delaware with CAI. And so I went to that meeting. When I met this guy from Denmark, I was so impressed with the things he was doing that a month later, I flew over to Copenhagen to really see what he was doing and understand it and make sure it was real. And it was very real. And so when the gentleman from Denmark moved to Delaware with his wife and their son, Lars, who's on the autism spectrum, I immediately invited him into my old company, and we started to create jobs for people on the spectrum using some of these concepts. It went so well that I thought, I know what I want to do the last 20 years of my career. I don't want to just be doing this as a side project at an IT services company. I want to start a whole new company that only does this 24/7. And we're going to create 10,000 jobs doing it. And that's why I decided to leave after a long career there. And it's a great company, but I really wanted to I had the passion to just say, I need to do this. And a lot of the folks that did this with me came over with me to do this. And so we have a wonderful leadership team, and it was a great move because we're just expanding and growing so quickly, because the whole country is really ready to do this in terms of really truly engaging neurodiverse talent and having them be successful.
It is a wonderful cause. As I shared with you earlier, yesterday when we met, my sister has Asperger's, and this cause and the company that you're operating has such a need for people with neurodiverse challenges.
Well, you're going to have your sister make sure that then she gets us her resume.
Right. And she's all the way down in Florida, so.
That's okay.
Well, I appreciate this. This was wonderful. So glad you were able to join us today and share your story. We do thank everyone for attending this first piece of the Superstars in Business 2020. Hope you enjoyed today's event. And without further ado, I would like to share with you the password for the scavenger hunt. Are we ready? There we are. All right. Thank you, everyone.